Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Conversations with Roslyn. Welcome to your Hump Day Insight. Um, we are coming today with a conversation about when wounds and emotions collide. And so I just want to give you a little inspiration, a little insight this week about when you when functioning is affected because you feel overtaken by the hurt and emptiness that often comes with experiences of abuse, and that actually is anything from an unhealthy relationship to the worst things that could have happened in your childhood as an adult, being mistreated, being mistaken, losing a loved one. And so the pain and emptiness can be pretty real. And right now, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to always know what to do when you're not you're in a day and suddenly you just can't function, and you go, why, what's going on? And so I want you to know that whatever end of the spectrum that you're dealing with it from the experience of deep hurt, of distrust, to emotional or physical abuse, I want you to know that, yeah, you having days where it comes upon you and it affects you, yeah, that's it's okay. It's perfectly normal, because here you stand, right? Here you stand, even if you've lost a loved one. Here you stand, even if it's to tell their story. So just remember that, and know that even then, when it feels like I'm the only one going through this, like, what is wrong with me? It's okay to feel like that, because it's way more normal than you think, in way more people than you think. And so today I just kind of want to talk about, how do you get back to that functioning once you get overwrought and that wound collides with that emotion, right? So, what happens? What happens in that place, in that time? Something somewhere triggers it. I don't know. It could be anything. It could be, a TV show. It could be something someone said. It could simply just be a thought. But here it is. And suddenly you can't function well. You can't think straight. You may have a snappy attitude or a depressed type of attitude, or I don't want to see anybody. That's what happens. That's when you first know that it's coming upon you, right? And when you know it's coming upon you, the next thing you want to do is go ahead and listen to it. Let it be, because it could be that it's telling you something. It's giving you a little bit more strength to go a little bit further, right? That hurt and that emptiness, just remember, it's a wound that you made it through. The wound is the aftermath. The wound is that you are here. So how does that affect your mind on that day that it comes up in the form of the original wound? Stagnation. You can't get nothing done, right? You're running around and you feel like you're running in circles. Okay, come on with it. Come on. That's good. We can handle that, right? Your interactions with people, you either don't want them, or either it's too much, right? Or it's like, or if it's, or if it is something that's too much for you, you could be withdrawn. But I'm here to tell you, the way that you get through each one of these, because the funny thing about these wounds that come from experiences of hurt and pain that cause that emptiness, that cause that open gash, is that it's gonna come. It's gonna come. right? So when your emotions are feeling like that, let them come on. Let them come on. But then the next thing we do is we got to look at it and go, okay, is this a fresh wound? Is this something I'm going through now? Is it something that I'm constantly healing from? You know, I feel like sometimes when I think about it, because I've gone through this and I go through it still. So this is why I'm sharing it with you. So if you feel that hurt, pain that pops up from nowhere, from whatever causes it, whatever causes that emptiness, you can feel me and know that I understand. Okay? You want to take and confront that, right? You confront it. It's like at some point you feel yourself running away from it and constantly trying to get away from it and going, oh my God, why do I feel like this? And oh, this sucks, this and that. You know what? Sometimes you just gotta stop because it's your journey. This is your path that this crap is following you on, right? You gotta stop, turn around, take a look at it, and go, you know what? What do you want? Because you already got the wound. You know, it's a scar. I'm not getting ready to sit here and have you taking over my day. You confront it and you go, huh, how did I get through this? You know, if it's someone that did you wrong or treated you wrong and you made it through it, you start thinking about that. And you start having yourself some self-talk and you start saying, you know what? I'm okay. Because that's the key. That's the one. Because why are you okay now? Why do you have this scar or thing that you wound? You don't let it infect you, right? Because that was its purpose. It tried to infect your whole being, and that's why it's trying to resurface. So you don't let it infect it. You stand and you go, why am I okay now? Most days, right? Not every day, most days. Because. And whether or not you have to write them down, whether or not you list them in your head, or you just stand in the mirror and talk to yourself, you confront it and you go, you are something that are in my past. And so you want to then say, where do I want to get to? You know where I want to get to? I want to get back to being me. I got stuff to do, right? Like, I don't have time for this. I've already made it through this. And I'm telling you, and trust me when I tell you, that if it's as deep even as losing someone and it wasn't fair, if it's as deep as someone did things to you or took advantage of you, it doesn't matter. Your job is to look at what you have built upon to be at this place that you are now, before you looked up and all of a sudden it was just colliding with your day and it was making you feel like, oh my God, am I worthy? Am I really? And thinking about all the things that you felt from the onset of the wound. No, you confront it and you say, okay, what perspective do I want to look at this in? What perspective do I want to see what this experience has done for me in my life today, right? In my life today, what it has done for me is it made me stronger. What it has done for me is it made me look at the person who put this upon me, who was making me feel less than, making me feel unworthy, who took my loved one from me. And it made me stronger. And when you're writing it down or talking in the mirror or doing whatever it is that you're doing, then you stand on that and you say, this is where I am today, and this is why that experience has brought me here. So when you come back up on me, wound, and you interrupt my day with all of this flood of emotions, I'm going to give you a few minutes and I'm going to let you know what your role is. because I have stuff to do, because I've made it through you. That wound doesn't even have a scab. It's just a scar. You know how a little bitty scar is, and you look at it and it kind of gives you a memory? Like, yeah, I remember I fell off my skateboard. That was a day. It's a scar. So it doesn't infect your life, it doesn't infect you. It's how it affects you that you decide from this point. And you decide what and how you want to do about it. So how do I do that, Roslyn? You're telling me that I've got control? As I said, you stop on that journey while it's chasing you, and you turn around and you say, what do you want? What do you want? And you say, here's what your role is. Your role is that I've gotten stronger. I'm a stronger leader. I'm a stronger mother. I'm a stronger boyfriend. I'm a stronger girlfriend. I'm a stronger wife. I'm a stronger husband. I'm an advocate. I am whatever it is because of that wound. And it's okay to have those emotions. But my point to you today is that you do not let it control what your day and what the rest of your day or days are. You decide. And the way you do that is you be okay with the fact that you went through that. You don't have to go into, oh, it's me. You already did all of that. Yesterday, a year ago, 10 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, when it happened. And now you're standing on the fact that it has come up, because it's a scar. It's going to always show itself. And sometimes it will show back up. And you just have to look at it and decide what perspective you're going to put it in. How do I put it in that perspective? You put it in that perspective by addressing where you are now because of it. And let's say you're not where you want to be because of it. That's okay too, right? That is okay. Because whenever you are going through something, the opportune word is through, right? And so that means you're moving. That means you're growing. That means you're building. You don't allow anything to stop your growth. I don't care how painful it is. I don't care what lies it tells you of being unworthy or empty, or how much hate it tries to put inside of you. You can decide its role, its perspective by confronting it. So I'm hoping that you're understanding what I'm saying in terms of letting it come on and show itself, right? And then steady moving on and realizing where you are today. That you did not let whatever that was that tried to belittle you, make you feel smaller, take your life away, take your joy away. You did not let any of that infect you. And if it did infect you for a small amount of time, you got that Benadine and you took those antibiotics of life and you got rid of it. So where you are today is a good place. And you keep building on that and you keep growing on that. And that's what I want to share with you today. I want to see you soar to new heights because I know that you can, because I want you to know that it really is possible. It really is. Listen, I want you to share, like, comment on my page, whatever you're thinking. If you have your questions, be sure to put them on. I try to address them and give a little bit of inspiration and insight every week. As you know, I'm a life coach, and if you are trying to get to that transformation in your life where you want to live vibrantly, you want to live whole, no matter what is going on or has gone on in your life, but you feel stuck and you want to get unstuck and you're not sure how to do that, I have skills and tools that I'd love to work with you on. Go to my website, vivifyu.com, and look at my free offer. Take a look at it. Let's start a conversation. Let me know what it is that you're trying to change and why it's important for you to change it. And let's have a conversation. And you can request a free consultation. Or if you want me to speak with a group, I'd love to do that with you all sometimes. But just remember, wounds and emotions, when they collide, you have the insurance. You have put the time in. You can get it done. You have control. So take that with you this week, and every time you have that feeling of emptiness, of unworthiness, go to that mirror, go to that pen and paper, and tell yourself why from this point you're okay and that you're building on it, because you are standing here to tell the story. Okay? I hope you guys have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.